Hey everybody, it's Jessica Collins here from flashfittrainer.com, and I am going to talk to you today about six obscure places to find freelance writing prospects. So one of the questions every copywriter in history, anyone who's making it, any teacher gets asked is, where do I find clients? Where do I find people to pitch? Where do I find freelance writing jobs? Well, one of the best ways is to find them yourself and cold pitch or send like a letter of introduction. And then the next question is, well, where do I find those, right? Well, okay, today I'm going to talk about 6 obscure places to find them. Now there's a lot of like basic places to find them. Go to LinkedIn, search, go on job boards, that kind of thing. But these are going to be things that you maybe haven't thought of before that will give you a whole bunch of new prospects, like hundreds. Like you could probably just use this list and go off of it forever if you were resourceful. The first place to find prospects is in magazines, and it doesn't just have to be, so that could mean big name magazines or trade magazines, smaller local magazines, that kind of thing. I could probably I maybe will do this one day, do a flip through of a magazine and show you how I could pick out 100 different clients from one magazine. So I would go through and, okay, let's say you are and I've done a lot of writing for aesthetic doctors that do a whole lot of procedures like microneedling or sculpture or cool sculpting. Okay, now there's a lot of women's magazines that write articles about procedures like that. And so you could probably pick out the name of 2 to 3 doctors that are guest experts in those articles and then look them up. Find their practices, see what they're doing online, see if there's any room for help, see if they have a blog and offer to help with that. See if they're using social media to their advantage, offer that. So in a magazine, you'll find guest experts, you'll find brands that are featured, such as, let's say there's a page of purses or something, and one of them is so I like to read a lot of fitness magazines, and let's say they feature a duffel bag by a designer that's not well known. Well, now that they're featured in the magazine, they're probably going to be more well known, and maybe they need a copywriter to jump in there to help with some of the online marketing. So great opportunity right there. So the guest experts, the brands that are featured, and then the advertisers. Look who's advertising in maybe the back of the magazine. Now the people in the front of the magazine, Olay, they have their own like huge budget marketing departments. Not that you couldn't try to break in there, but the smaller ones in the back, the little ads, those are really great places to pitch because you can see that they already have spend for marketing. They know the value of marketing in a magazine, and if you're already in like a fitness magazine, like I'm a fitness writer, you're already in the fitness magazine, there are niche specific advertisers right there for you for the taking. So make sure to take advantage of that. All right, the next obscure place is a trade directory, or a niche or a industry directory, if you will. So all you have to do is pop onto Google and type in your niche plus directory. Okay, so let's talk about mine for a second. Health and fitness directory. So I would probably say something like, I would type in health club directory, and I could find a ton of directories with lists of health clubs to pitch. Okay, let's say you are a travel writer. You could look up travel agency directory on Google or travel agent. You could look up those directories on Google and get a list right in front of you of dozens of places to send pitches or a letter of introduction to. So that is another great place that I found to find clients. All right, the third way to find clients that maybe you haven't thought of is Twitter. And I will link below. I wrote an article over at Make a Living Writing about finding clients on Twitter. Now, you have to have a strategy for this. You can't just like hop on Twitter. And I like to do is I like to make lists. You can add a list on Twitter, and I like to type in like fitness business, or let's say you're in real estate firms. Type that right into the search bar, and you're gonna find a bunch of profiles of real estate firms, and then add them to your list, and like pop on every morning and check the tweets from the people on your list. Start interacting with them. When you put them on their list, they get a notification, which is kind of cool. So they're like, oh, this person is watching me, and they might pop over and say, oh, they're a writer, maybe we need a writer. Otherwise, start interacting with them on Twitter. Just get in front of them and make yourself familiar to them. And then after a little bit of back and forth, you could always send them a pitch or a letter of introduction. So the fourth place that maybe you haven't thought of to find prospects to pitch are organization members, okay? So like every niche has some type of association or organization, right? Like HR professionals, there's huge organizations for that if you're writing for HR professionals. So let's say you're writing for orthopedic surgeons. There's an organization called the AAOS, the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. These organizations usually have a member directory that you can look at, and there's another list of people to prospect, right? In the fitness industry, there's IdeaFit, and the members of that are usually pretty serious about their businesses if they've joined an organization like that. So it's a really cool place to find clients. Or let's say you're an education writer and you love Montessori, the Montessori teaching method. Okay, there is an organization, the American Montessori Society, and it has a member directory. Well, there you go. There you have hundreds of people to start interacting with or potentially to pitch. All right, the fifth obscure place to find clients is the comment section on super niche sites. Think about the blogs and the websites where your ideal client is possibly hanging out. Say you are a writer in the restaurant industry. Okay, there are some really big restaurant management sites. So there was one I found called the Modern Restaurant Management blog. Okay, if there are people in the comments, these are the people who are managing restaurants. These are the type of people you could be watching, prospecting, interacting with. So, and let's say you're, again, the Montessori. There are so many Montessori blogs or homeschool blogs that follow Waldorf or Montessori principles, and look who's in the comment section, or just pitch the site itself. But there are people in the comment section that are super valuable for finding work. Okay, and the sixth place, this one, I really like this one. The presenters or booth owners at conventions. Okay, so just like there's organizations for almost every niche, there are also conventions for every niche. And all you have to do is like pull up the presentation or the seminar website and click on their list of booths, and there you have like hundreds, dozens, hundreds, I don't know how many business owners that are presenting at the convention, which means they're super invested, right? So it's a great place to find people to pitch to. So I hope this list of 6 has gotten your mind going. You could probably find all kinds of different ideas just from this little brainstorm we've had here today. So if you are looking for more ideas, if you're looking to start your own copywriting business, or you're just at the beginning and you could use some guidance, I'm going to drop a link below with my free 7-day email series about starting your own freelance writing business, and it will give you lots more tips, lots more places to find clients, and what you need to get your business off the ground. So I will see you in the next video. All right, bye for now.